Hi and welcome into this full body Pilates tone class. This is going to be quite an intense workout. We're going to get straight into it. So if you're finding it a little bit too intense for right now in terms of where you are, you can slow it down, you can pause it, you can have breaks, you can do little parts of the session and always come back and check your progress by redoing these videos. So I hope you enjoy it. Let's just start by taking 2 big deep breaths in as you reach your arms up, filling up the lungs to the front, the back and the sides, and as you exhale, pulling those arms and shoulders away from the ears, belly button in. 2 more. Those arms reaching up like we're going to do in the first exercise. So let's get used to it now. As you reach your arms up, prevent lifting the shoulders up. And then as you exhale, pull them down and belly button towards your spine. Really nice with your feet shoulder width distance apart. Of course, Tammy is here with me today, checking on all the squirrels. So we're going to begin. We're going to reach the arms up. And then we're going to pull the arms down as we squat. So we're reaching our arms overhead, sinking our weight back into our heels. So starting off with some crunches, you'll notice my eye line just drops a little as I go into the squat because my chest is at an angle. You can see from side view. Good. Really deepening that breath. And every time you breathe out, begin to pull the belly button in towards the spine. Good. And you notice that I'm squeezing my bottom on the way up. So that's when we really want to contract the glutes. We're going to continue with this exercise to reach the arms. So we're doing a few things here. As we reach our arms above our head, it becomes more challenging for our body to circulate the blood around our body. So we're making it more challenging from the very beginning. It's harder to keep your stability and balance as your limbs are further away from you. And then it's adding some strength work to your posterior chain. So that's the back of your body. Your back, your shoulders, good, your triceps, glutes, hamstrings, good. All right, we're going to start to add 2 pulses now on the bottom and stand, good. So everything today we're going to work in pulses and we're going to add 2 pulses to most of our exercises. You'll get the hang of it as we go. Good, we've got 2 more. Beautiful, work with your breath. Last one. Now you're going to come down, you're going to hold. You're going to pull the elbows down into a W position. We're going to reach them back up and then we're going to stand. So we're just adding in that retraction of the shoulder blades, reaching up and back stand. Good. Really deepening that breath. Core connection. Sink your weight back into your heels, pulling the elbows back. So it's not just a passive sort of drop back with the arms. I really want you to pull them back, squeeze the shoulder blades and have that moment to retract. From behind, you'll be able to see my shoulder blades retract and then reach and then stand. Good. So that's what I really want you to focus on, is pulling the shoulder blades back to work that posterior chain. From side view, the same thing. I'm drawing my belly button in as I draw my shoulders back. You've got 2 more. Good, nice and calm. Focus on your movement. Good, and last one. Drop, reach and stand. Good. On the next, we're going to stay down. We're just going to add these pulses, keeping your arms overhead. And then we're going to hold this position in 5, in 4, and go to the arms only in 3, in 2, and 1. Ribs down, belly button in. We're going to retract the shoulders and reach. Retract and reach. Can you now start to sink your weight into your heels? From side view, belly button should be pulling back and down. Good. We're squeezing the shoulder blades together, working the whole posterior chain and reach. Arms overhead to challenge that intensity. Good. Your balance and make it a little harder for you. In 5 seconds, the arms stay overhead. In 4, in 3, in 2, in 1, arms stay overhead. Good. We've got those tiny little pulses again. Sink back into this position. Good. We're going to start to reach one heel up and then the other. In 3, in 2, and 1. So left heel up, a little pulse and down. Right heel and down. We go left and down and right and down. You should be starting to feel this in the arms now, maybe the back too. Try to lengthen the spine. If it becomes too much, of course, drop the arms down. But if you can keep them overhead, begin to challenge the whole of that posterior chain a little further. In 5 seconds, both heels come up. In 4, in 3, hold the squat. In 2, and 1, hold. We're going to lift and lower. Of course, if you need to bring the hands down now, lift and lower. Keep them up overhead if you want more of a challenge. and lower. But I don't want any hunching forward. We're lengthening through the spine to lift into the heels and lower. In 5 seconds, you're going to bring your hands into prayer position. In 3, in 2, last one. Good, hands in prayer position. Tiny little pulses to finish here. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. You're going to finish with a straight hold. In 3, 2, and 1. Hold. Sink your weight back. Sink a little further. Go a little deeper. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake it out. Good. There's your warm up. All right. Stand to the back of your mat. Going to inhale, reach the arms up as we did before, but without flaring the ribs. Exhale to drop down. One more like that. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, belly button pulls down. We're going to tuck the chin and go into a forward fold. So tucking the chin, allowing the body to roll down. Soften the knees, keep the weight in the heels. And when we're down the bottom, we're just going to sway left to right. This is going to be your only break point today in this. So warm up done, feeling warm throughout the whole body, hopefully. Now let's walk it out into a downward dog. Hands are going to come to the mat. Relax the head, neck, and shoulders. And then walk it out into downward dog. You're just going to pedal the feet out. So the idea is that we're pushing the armpits towards the thighs in your downward dog, keeping the tailbone up nice and high. Good. And then we're going to come down onto all fours in 3. In 2 and 1. Nice. We're going to drop the knees down now. Good. All right, let's get straight into that glute work. So from here, spread the palms out, little finger included. We know that that engages underneath your shoulder blade, your scapular interior. So press those little fingers out, feet hip width distance apart, knees hip width distance apart. From here, you're going to take your right leg out. We're going to lift, lift, and tap. Good. So the pulses now come back in. We're lifting through the glute. So that leg is locked out, almost like it is a plank of wood. Now let's check your form. Now that you've got the idea of the exercise, let's lengthen the spine, crown of the head away from the tailbone. Now think about the belly button. If I don't think about this, it can often arch and bulge. So we want to pull the belly button up towards the spine. Why? Because that's your TVA. That's your corset muscle wrapping around the deeper layer of the core. Then we go to the rib cage. Pull that down towards your hips. We know that's the obliques. Good, if you've been doing my classes, you know that I'm really hot on form. Precision of your form takes precedence in everything that we do. So if you feel like your form is flagging a little, come down, have a break, and then get back in. Good, those tiny little pulses now. Hopefully you can start to feel this in that right leg as you lift and you're squeezing from the glute. Watch out we're not overdoing this lift and twisting the hips. Imagining those 2 headlights on your hips facing down towards the floor. Good. In 5 seconds, you're going to lift that leg up and hold. In 4, in 3, helicopter coming overhead. In 2, and 1, lift and hold. Great work. From here, we're going to drop the knee and we're going to pulse and drop. So we're going to pulse, pulse, and drop. Good. So donkey kicks now. Good. Can you flex the foot? Still going for those pulses by squeezing, squeezing, and dropping. Good. So this should feel a little different now. The foot is flexed, so we're hitting the glute max around the top and the back of the glute. Good. Work on your stability. Have you collapsed? If your back is hurting, don't go quite so high. Even doing the movement at half range, I can still feel my glute. So you go to where feels good for you and you feel it in the correct muscle group. Pull the belly button towards the spine if your back is hurting and really make this a glute and core connection. In 5 seconds, we're going to go with that leg in the air and hold. In 3, in 2, and 1. Fantastic. From here, we're going to go out to the side now and lower. Good. So we're lifting and lowering. We're going to lift and lower. Fantastic. Now I'd like you to add those tiny little pulses and drop. Great. So we're going to pulse, pulse, and drop. We're still trying to squeeze now, but into the glute med, around to the side of the leg. I want you to stay on all fours for a moment longer, and then we're going to drop that left arm down to the forearm in 3, hold the leg up in 2, and 1. Hold that leg up, drop down to your forearm. Fantastic. So we're going to continue this movement now. Your body should be at an angle. Good. Still bringing the attention to your core. Lift, lift, and lower. Great. Hopefully you can feel this now. In 5 seconds, you're going to keep the leg up in the air. In 4, in 3, in 2, and 1. Holding here. The leg's going to go straight now. We're going to tap, lift, lift, and lower. So we're working into those pulses again, wherever your range is. Even if it's lower, that's fine. We're going to lift, lift, and lower. The glute med now around the side. Hopefully that's where you're feeling it. Lift, lift, and lower. If you need to drop the head and the eye line, no problem. Just work for where feels good for you. But yes, it should feel quite intense into that glute. Someone once told me it feels like they got shot in the bum. That's exactly how it should feel. Good. You might even be feeling this on the opposite side. That's your stabilizing side. But it's a good reminder not to sink into that side. Keep lifted through your core. In 5 seconds, you're going to hold that leg up. In 4, in 3, in 2, in 1. We're going to do tiny circles. Ooh, yeah, this is going to burn. Try and keep that foot up for as long as you can. We've got 5 seconds and we reverse it. This is it. In 3, 2, 1, tiny circles, reversing. You got 10, 9, 8, 7, keep it up. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh. All right, take your hips to one side and the other. This does really release through the sides of the glutes, and then we're going to go straight into the other side. Good. All right, take the shoulders back and down away from the ears. It is now your left leg long. Spreading out those fingers. Here we go. We're going to lift, lift, and lower. So we're going for those pulses again. Now that you've got the move, let's check the form. Shoulders away from the ears, spreading the fingers out, and really making sure we're not overdoing that lift. We want connection from the ribs to the hips, belly button draws up towards the spine to engage the TVA and the obliques. Beautiful. It is such an incredible day today. It's actually only 4 degrees outside, would you believe? But through these windows, it's incredible. So it's so nice. I'm so lucky to be able to film from my friend's beautiful place in London. So this has become a bit of a studio for me here in London, which is incredible. Has a beautiful view to the outside. And of course, Tammy, she can come with me. Tammy, yes, can't you? Good, we've got 2 more. And then we're going to hold that leg up in 3, in 2, in 1. Fantastic. Now we're going to flex the foot. We're going to drag the knee in and we're going to press pulse, pulse, and lower. Good. So we're not dropping the leg and the knee. We're just pulsing at the top and then lowering to kick back up. But it's with control, right? We don't want to arch and have any mobility through the spine. We want to really here work on the stability instead. And without using momentum, we focus on strength. Good. Exhale and inhale. Lovely. Really pushing through now that glute max, the big muscle. Now that the foot is flexed, you might feel it a little lower even into the hamstring as well. Squeeze into the bottom and release. Fantastic. And we're nearly ready to go to the side. Good. Focus on your breath. In 5 seconds. In 4, the leg stays up. In 3, in 2, in 1. Good. Now we take that knee out to the side. We're going to lower and we're going to lift, lift, and lower. You've got 15 seconds here on the hands. So trying to keep the stability through your spine. We're opening up to as wide as you can through that hip. And that's your external movement through the hip. Good. In 5 seconds, that leg stays up. In 4, we're going to drop down your right arm now. In 3, 2, and 1. Hold. Drop your right forearm down. You're going to look to your left. And we're going to pulse, pulse, drop. Whoo! Pulse, pulse, and drop. Good. So remember, we don't want to sink too much into your right side. Lift to your left and pulse, pulse, and drop. Good. pulse, pulse, and drop. So you're going to be feeling both sides now. Again, a reminder that you're working on stability. This is a 3-point kneel, right? A 3-point balance. So you're working your spine and your core quite a lot in this too. You got 5 seconds. We're nearly done on this side. In 4, in 3, in 2, leg up and hold. We take that leg out. We tap the toe. We lift, lift, and tap. Lift, lip, and lower. Fantastic. Now, remember the focus here is the long spine, and don't collapse into this movement. Lift as high as you can without rotating and twisting those hips. So we take the leg up, up, and lower. Good. The only part that I ask you not to rest in is those final little circles, and they are coming up. So we lift, lift, and lower. Good. You got 10 seconds. We hold that leg up. In 5, we go circles, so try and hold on to it. In 3, in 2, and 1. Lift that leg up, hold. Tiny little circles, no matter where you are. Lengthen your spine. Try not to dump into your neck and shoulders. In 3, 2, 1. Change direction now. You got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Take the hips from side to side. Yeah, very, very nice. Flip straight over onto your back, please. We're going to go straight into core. Remember, we've got minimal rest in this class here today. All right, bit of a new exercise for you, for some of you. Okay, so we're going to take the legs long to begin with. You're going to take your hands now to the sides, and you're going to take your right leg over your left leg. Good. Now take the hands behind the head, thumbs running down. So, right leg is going to lift the knee towards the opposite shoulder and then lower down. So we're going to exhale and inhale. Now the reason I've got this foot over the other foot is to work on the stability through your hips. So both legs are long. And release. Good. Foot is flexed for now. And release. And we're going to exhale as we twist to make room for the lungs to press in and down and work those opposite obliques. Good. Now you're going to point the toes, please. Point and release. Same movement. Exhale and inhale. Good. Exhale and inhale. And by that foot, just placing it on top of the other foot, it doesn't then go all the way back to the floor. All right, here we go. We're going to keep that leg up. We're going to add pulses in 3, in 2, and 1. So we're twisting towards that side. And we're just going to add tiny pulses through the chest. Keep the knee in line, ribs down. Remember, it's the opposite shoulder to the opposite knee. Good. For 5 seconds to your right. In 4, in 3, hold the chest up. In 2, and 1. Now I want you to pulse the knee for 10, 9, 8. Twist to your right a little more. Belly button down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fantastic. Come back to the center. Keep that knee up though. Good. From here, you're going to lift the bottom leg. Pull the belly button in. We're just going to bend and flex. We're going to bend the ankle and flex. Head is down. Spine is long. Press the lower back into the floor. If this is too challenging, keep the other leg in the air a little higher. It becomes a little easier. Good. In 5 seconds, we're going to straight into bicycle crunches. So hands behind the head. In 5, in 4. Slow bicycle crunches. In 3, in 2, in 1. Here we go. Point the toe. We're going to exhale and exhale. And exhale. Good. So straight into this, and then we're going to reverse everything and finish on the other side. So opposite shoulder towards the opposite knee. That's what we really want to focus on. Keeping the leg higher in the air is easier for bicycles. So if you need that option, take it. You've got another 15 seconds here. Really exhale on the rotation. I don't want you to go too fast here. In 5 seconds, we're going to speed it up. In 3, hold your form. In 2, and 1. Here we go. Nice quick fire bicycles. You got 10 and 9. Then we're going to twist your left. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold to the left. Head goes down. We're going to bend and flex that right foot now. Bend and flex that right foot. Head is down. And then we're going to lower the leg and finish with those crunches towards your left. In 5, in 4, pull the belly button down, lower back down. In 3, 2, and 1, foot lowers. Here we go. So we're going to rotate to the one side and then the foot goes back down. Let's point the foot first and lower back down. We're going to point and lower back down. So now it should be your right shoulder twisting towards the left and lowering back down. So lots of oblique work in these exercises whenever we're crossing the body. Good. In 5, we're going to hold up. In 4, in 3, in 2, and 1. Good. Now we're going to flex the foot and lower. Good. Flex and lower. Really great work, everyone. Stay with it. Whole body. We're going to go to a little more glutes on your back after this. In 5, in 4, we're going to hold up. In 3, opposite shoulder to knee, and 1. Good. Point the toe now. We've got tiny pulses through the upper body. Good. Twist that right shoulder across to your left knee. In 3, we're going to hold. In 2, and 1. Hold, belly button down, and pulse that knee up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Calm down, foot down. Fantastic. Reach your arms overhead, breathe in. As you exhale, hands are going to go down. So we're going to go with those overhead arms again. You're going to take your feet up high towards the bum. You're going to push through the heels, roll the pelvis back, lift up into a glute bridge, and then in one movement, so instead of articulation, we're just going to drop the hips and we're going to lift and squeeze. We're going to drop. Still, that pubic bone should be the highest point at the top, but instead of the articulation, we're just doing the thrusts. Lift and tap to lower. Great. All right. So now the arms are going to become involved. So we're going to lower and we're going to lift. Good. Lower the arms and the bum and lift. So that same movement, working on balance. If your hands are down, that gives you more stability to keep the hips still. But what I want to do now is challenge you to reach the arms up as you lift the hips. Exhale. Remember, the arms don't have to go all the way to the floor because we don't want to switch off the core. Exhale and inhale. Good. And inhale. Fantastic. We're going to stay here for another 10 seconds. Good. In 5. We're going to go to shoulder press in 3 and chest press in 2. In 1. Up. So this time we're going to drop the elbows as we drop the waist and we're going to just press up. Good. So chest press and up. Now see if you can really start to push the pubic bone a little higher. Good. And we drop and lift. Good. You should now feel a connection to your core. You've really worked your obliques now. So start to draw them down a little more now that you're warm. Really push into the glute max underneath the hamstrings attaching to the glutes. Good. In 5 seconds, you're going to stay up. In 4, in 3, in 2, and 1. Great work. Now the arms are going to come out to the side with the knees and we're going to come back to the center and then we're going to drop. So we're going to lift, out, in, and drop. Lift, out, in, and drop. When I drop, I'm not fully releasing to the floor. I'm just tapping my bum, keeping the pressure through the heels. So push your heels into the floor a little deeper. Have an opportunity to take your shoulders away from your ears. Focus on your breath, that precision and focus through Pilates as the two beautiful principles that we can focus on. In 5 seconds, you're just going to stay up and hold. In 3, in 2, in 1, stay up and hold. It's just the out and in only. We're staying up now. Allow your feet on your knees to roll out to the sides as you do this to work again into those glute meads around the side. You've got 10, 9, 8, and we stay up to pulses. In 3, in 2, in 1. Give me tiny little pulses through the arms and the glutes. We're here for 10 seconds. And then we're going to stand on up in 5, in 4, in 3, in 2, and 1. Fantastic. Roll on up. We're finishing with sumo squats. So we started with squats, but now we're going really wide. So take the feet wider than the hips. Take a big deep breath in. And as we squat down, pushing the knees out to the side. And as we do that, we're going to take the arms out to the side too. So we're going to squat and we're going to stand. I want you to go to a range here in the squat that feels comfortable for you to keep the weight back into the heels. And squat, taking the arms out and in. Good. Really nearly there. We're going to get the heart rate up a little more towards the end of this set. Good. We're going to do 4 more. And then you're going to stay down. In 3. In 2 and 1. Great work. We're going to stay in this squat position now. Check that the knees are pushing out. And we're going to just do nice circles through the arms. Let's make it really active active. So arms long, bum back, pushing the knees out. In 5 seconds, we change direction. In 3, 2, and 1, change the direction now, please. Arms really straight. Imagine I'm pulling them away from you. Either parts, good. In 5, in 4, in 3, in 2, and 1, hold. Let's go a little deeper now into this squat. Bring the hands into prayer position, and we're just going to finish with those heel lifts that we practiced earlier in the regular squats. I'm going to start to add pulses. So we lift and pulse, good. Lift and pulse. Beautiful. Sink the weight a little lower into this squat. If you can, you're nearly there. Good. You got 15 seconds here. Good, the final 10 seconds, we just go into pulses and then a hold, and that is it. In 5, in 4, in 3, in 2, in 1, tiny pulses now. Sink the weight into the heels for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold, 10 seconds, 9, 8, 7, shoulders down, belly in, 3, 2, 1. Woo, fantastic. All right, let's get the heart rate up to finish. So we're finishing with mountain climbers. To get the heart rate up, we're going to go 4 slow cross body to work the obliques, and then 8 quick fire down the center. So get the principles right first, stepping out, hands if you can. If not, of course, you can do this on the knees. Just take it really slow to not hit the floor. But if you can, come up onto the hands. So from here, we go 4 cross body, 3, 2, take your knee as high as you can, 1, and then 8 quick fire down the midline. So you go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Join me now. Let's go. 4, 3, 2, 1. 8 quick fire down the center. Spine long, belly button lifted towards the spine. Good. And release. You've got 4, 3, 2, 1, and 8 down the midline. Good. You've got 2 more sets to go. Let's make it even slower. So let's lift to 4, 3, breathe out, 2, 1, 8 quick fire, go, 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 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, even slower now, breathe out, breathe out, 2 more, last one, and 8 quick fire, finish it, you've got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, sit back into child's pose. Open the knees, head down, breathe. Well done. All right, you are going to take right hand lifted up and exhale, thread the needle. Good, through. Beautiful, take a big deep breath in and out as you shift the weight back. And then let's go to the other side. So lifting the arm up, thread the needle all the way through, shift the weight back, breathe. Well done. We're going to come forward now into a low lunge to stretch out the hip flexors from all of those squats. So let's take your left leg forward first. If you can, sink your weight deeper so that you're stretching out. If your left leg is forward, you're stretching out your right hip flexor. Good. From here, if you can, try this stretch, give it a go. If it's too much, I'm going to give you a different option. So it's a quad stretch. So you're going to pull that right leg back and hold on to the toes. If you've got this, I want you to rotate. So we've got a bit of a spinal twist. It hits the hip flexor and it hits the thigh. If you can't quite manage to pull up your foot, I just want you to rotate without lifting the foot. For 3, 2, and 1. Back to center. Let's stretch out the hamstring now of the front leg. Maybe you can drop the head, take a big deep breath in, pull the belly button towards the spine and exhale. Well done. Let's just change legs. So other foot forward now. So your right foot forward, stretching into your left hip flexor. Give yourself a smile. Well done. From here, let's see if we can hold on to that left foot with the opposite hand. So with your right foot, and if you've got it, that allows you to open up and twist and rotate into the hip, the glute, the thigh, quad, and to your whole spine. If not, if that foot is down, that's okay. Still allow yourself to go into that spinal twist for 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. We're just going to finish with a neck stretch All right, so let's place the hands down to the sides as far as they will go. You're just going to take your head to one side, to your right. Inhale to center. Let's go to the left. Exhale. Inhale, we're going to do one more of those. Exhale, maybe close down your eyes, allow your nervous system to slow and calm. Good, inhale back to center, your parasympathetic nervous system to kick in and lower the heart rate. Calm your body, your mind, inhale back to center. I thank you so much for doing this workout with me. I hope you enjoyed it.